Good morning, Vietnam. Rewatching the movie Matrix again. I did a video where I remake it again, and I'm looking at the movie again, and I was so right. It is such an inversion. This movie, it's a beautiful inversion. Beautiful inversion. In the photo, you see that here Neo is awakening. His physical body was used to take energy. His physical body. But in our case, the energy, it's not taken from our physical body, it's taken from our consciousness. So this picture you have in front of you is the consciousness of the people plugged with these wires, sucking the psychic energy. Look at the photo, sucking the psychic energy, all the false thoughts, the programmation. This is what they are sucking. And it's not happening on the physical body, it's happening on our spiritual bodies, on our spirits, of our limitation, programmation, belief system, religion, spiritualities, new age stuffs. This is where they suck energy. They don't suck it from the bodies. So it's total inversion. And here he is freeing his physical body, and then he will do something in the non-physical. Actually, it's the inversion. We should be seeing a freeing of the spirit, freeing the spirit. So in this picture, it should be that depicting how the consciousness of people is sucked by these wires, this spiders taking energy. It should be in the non-physical reality. The non-physical reality. The moment you stop craning on this cable, you stop getting hooked to those belief system, to those limitations you have been programmed to put on yourself, and that moment the physical body do crazy stuffs. You become God in the physical reality. I say. So this movie is a genius inversion. It's beautiful. I'm seeing it with a fresh eye after my video of the remaking. And now I understand the twisting of it and how it is limiting. When he showed the battery, you are a battery, the movie refers of a body, but it's not the body making the energy. It's not the body, guys. It's the belief system, it's the psychic energy, it's your prayer that goes to the egregore God, the false demiurge, asking outside and everything. Those are the cables that you see on the picture, the cables of energy that keeps you feeding energy and keeps your consciousness stuck in a small box like this, because you put the limitation on yourself, and this is what is sucking the energy. So all your consciousness are put in small boxes. So it's not the bodies. Genius inversion, it's just the genius. Okay, so yeah, this should be the freeing of the consciousness, and then the bodies start to be more powerful and do crazy stuffs. Yeah, so it's really, when I think about it now, it's really a work of art when it comes to invert and not offering a key, a solution. They push you always to look for a physical solution, but the war is not happening in the physical realm. The war is happening in all this energy that you give to these false concepts, those false egregores, soulless entities made by the system. If your Jesus character never existed, if it's a fiction invented, copied on other cultures, it's not a soul being that you are waiting for to save you or something. It's not even that. It's an empty, soulless being created artificially. So it's an egregore. It's a thought form, and it starts to feed on its own self and live for its own, and it can do anything, dark, anything. It just try to live because it's soulless. It doesn't have energy. So this is where your energy here are feeding all these stuffs through these tubes depicted in this scene. I repeat, it should be the immaterial world. This is what is happening in the immaterial world. Look at the picture. This is how it is. This is how your consciousness are organized. It's not your bodies that are organized like this. The moment you unplug, the moment you uncrane your consciousness, that's the field of consciousness, you will be free in the consciousness, and then in the physical reality some stuff, crazy stuff start to happen. You gain your power back. Again, an inversion. So here they flipped the reality of about the prison. I said the prison is in the immaterial world. It's not physical prison. Okay. Yeah, so that was the stuff. I also rewatched the They Live also. They show us like those entities, parasite, are physical and that you can touch them physically, and there was an antenna emitting. Very good movie, but in the reality, the physical action are not the one that are the most important. I'm not saying that they should not be done or something. In many cases, there is a moment where there is a physical action which worth the action, worth the risk, worth to be wounded or to die. It can happen, but not in our case. Right now, I don't see it. It doesn't happen. So those movies push you like you have a physical enemy. We don't have a physical enemy. The war is different. It's a spiritual war to regain, to cut these cables that you see on the picture. But they are spiritual. Okay, and something interesting also in They Live, it's how they shift into a fighting mode. The moment they see them, there is something very, very good about the humans in the movie. There was this black guy, whom the primary character fight, this maybe longest fight in the history of cinema or something. I think it's one of the longest. So it shows how it is difficult to awaken somebody. They don't want to see. He doesn't want to see, And then when he sees with the glasses, immediately everything changes for him. He was working on a job for paying his 2 kids and wife, which were in another city, and he said, I don't want problems. But the moment he sees those stuffs, he shifts into guns and stuff and risking dying and never seeing his children. So they went directly into the moment they see how big it is, they went exactly into fighting and being killed and losing their life for saving their life. It should be the same, but not in the physical reality. The moment we understand how much we have been bullshitted by the religion, by the annihilation spiritualities, by the false god, false deities, false stuff, we should do everything to cut those cables. Everything immediately, at any price. They showed it in They Live. Immediately, this black guy did it. There was no question. He took the gun. There was no, my kids, I'm gonna die, never see them again. He shifted immediately and go with the other guy. There was no compromise. They didn't care about anything. He was shooting in the bank. This guy, when he entered, he said, "I came for chewing gum and kicking asses, and I'm totally out of gum or something." And he started shooting with the gun. Like no, he was targeting these creatures. There was nothing stopping. There was no, I'm gonna die. Nothing. It's the same stuff that should happen in us, in the immaterial world. Especially now that we had our second event. The 9/11 didn't show us how much they are everywhere. This one showed you that a hospital can be turned into a slaughterhouse. By few orders, few stuffs, everybody start to kill people. No problem. So we have the glasses now. We should be like the black guy and his friend in the movie who awakened him. They went like no compromise. They didn't go back. Let's go back to normal. They didn't have this. Listen, there is no normal anymore. We had our event of no normal. We had our glass event of They Live. We had it. It's this one. It was not the first one. Was what the hell is this? It's some group. They are playing to control and everything. But this one, we see that they are everywhere. Every fucking hospital become like a dangerous zone for you to be. Very dangerous. You know how this is possible. In this case, we should be like them. Holy shit. It's like the black when he put the glasses on and he see. Immediately he forget about the fight, about the 15 minutes punching each other, everything settles in place. We are in deep shit. It will be the same for us now after this 2 years. And it's in the immaterial world. You have to do something. If you are still in these small boxes here, like you see in the picture, giving energy to egregores, to people you have never seen, just stories in the books, okay, to imaginary friends and all this bullshit, you know, or to nirvanas, to extinguish yourself, you know, duality. Here is samsara, there is nirvana, all this duality bullshit. If you are still splitting yourself like this, you know, you have this. And escaping also, escaping let I'm going to escape, go somewhere where you invented this somewhere in your head, you know. You have nobody to show from the other side. Nobody knocked you. It's an imaginary story, a kid's story in your head. It doesn't exist. Okay, so you have to cut all these cables. Look the picture, all this belief system, you know, duality, praying outside, giving energy. It's those pipe praying outside. You don't pray. There is nobody outside. There is no entity who talk the language of praying outside, unless it is a vampire. It is somebody playing you, an egregore, a soulless being invented by the imaginary, by the sum of all these pots, you know, full of energy. They put the color of energy, producing energy. Look at the picture. Yeah, so this, and also they play this triangle, the triangle of hell, which is putting you in the victim, and there's somebody, a hangman or a persecutor, you know, and there is a savior or a rescuer. This is the triangle of hell. If you are into this, also you are into energy, into giving your energy. If you're waiting for a savior because there is a hangman or there is a persecutor or something, you know, there is a killer, and you wait for somebody to, and those roles always keep turning, even in your life, in your relationship. Sometimes you feel victim, sometimes you feel you have to save this one, and you have this. It's the triangle of hell, the triangle of Kahman. You can look at it on in the internet, triangle of Kahman. If you are in the triangle of victim, savior, and the persecutor, you know, the hangman or the oppressor, you know, or the wolf. The wolf, we can put the wolf in this guy who threatens, the sheeple in the victim, and the shepherd. The shepherd is the savior, you know, but you're gonna be eaten at the end because it's a shepherd, you know. So it's the triangle of hell. If you are into this, you are into this small box you see in the picture. Okay, so it's a beautiful work. This it has to be some intelligence behind. I'm starting to understand the game deeply. I'm starting to understand this game, which always put you in a position where you cannot evolve. Okay, so ask yourself, who are the people who are giving you some room to move, who are trying to give you your own power, who are not bullshitting you into some escape, you know, where they are here stuck with you, going to toilet and having to wipe their asses and telling you to escape the stuff, you know. We are here in the material world. How to do? Look at the picture. It's your consciousness. It's not your physical bodies that give energy. Look at the picture. Okay, I'm close to the 15 minute. See you next time.